Guys, welcome back to today's video, okay? We're gonna talk about something that everybody needs to stop doing. That's the main thing for this video, and it's stop buying ammo. I know where we're going with this. Everyone's gonna say, this guy's lost his mind. You can't find any ammo. We need to buy more ammo. What I wanted to do is direct this toward you guys that are basically fear buying everything besides what you really need, and kind of bring you back to speed on where you should probably be focusing. And I know it seems kind of arrogant for me to tell you when I've never met you what you need. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break it down. I've got a list here, okay, mostly common stuff, but I've kind of separated it. Hopefully you can see some of this. I've got my stuff and things category, which is just stuff that people should have. I've got my big deal category, which is the stuff we're really gonna focus on. We're gonna dive into a little bit more. And last but not least, I've got the 4 Pro Top 5. And that's just 5 things that I think everybody should have at all times on their person, period, no questions asked, okay? Before I get into it, we're gonna start with a little philosophy of use, or a little philosophy. I know some of you have seen my super cool guy shirt, and you were like, yeah, man, I've got that shirt. I'm sorry in advance. Based on my profession and what I do, I have to have a high-end type, okay? I have to, it sucks. I wouldn't have one if I had a choice. I'd have long, dangly, flowing hair, and be doing this, but I can't, okay? I gotta have the super cool operator haircut. Secondly, my shirt. I go out of my way to not look like a cop whenever I can. I go out of my way to not look like a gun guy whenever I can. I go out of my way to not look like an army guy whenever I can. And I'm not saying I'm any of those things. I'm just kind of part of the whole what you should be preparing for with this coronavirus stuff, with this pandemic stuff, with this people buying stuff is situational awareness. Most people spend 0 time focusing on situational awareness. They spend 0 time focusing on training, on mindset, and things of that nature. I could make this video 5 hours long and not even scratch the surface of what I teach in some of my courses, what others teach in their courses. Situational awareness is a huge, huge, huge deal. That being said, I'm gonna start breaking down the list, but I want you to understand, if you think that like your nosy neighbors can see what you're doing, or your business partners, or people that, you know, the UPS guy, if you think that people don't take a mental note when they see you, you need to start thinking again. Start thinking about what decals are on your car, okay? Start thinking about what shirts you wear. Every time I teach a concealed carry class, I walk out to people's vehicles and I find in plain view headsets, or excuse me, ear pro, eye pro, ammo. I see guns laying in the seat all the time. I see stickers that are pro gun, pro this, pro that, and really kind of got to get people to change their game a little bit, flip their hat around, so to speak. I want you guys to stop buying ammo, and there's a lot of reasons for it. You don't have the stuff you need. I'm talking to you. You don't have the stuff you need. You don't have the mindset. If you're just buying ammo, buying ammo, buying ammo. 3 people have guns, okay? New buyers, enthusiasts, and pro shooters. That's it. There's like 3 categories. That's it. The new people are the ones buying the absolute bejesus out of ammo. I appreciate it because in about 6 months' time, when nothing happens or when things go back to normal, you'll be selling it cheap again because you don't care about guns and you're just doing this because you want to take people's guns away, and then you get scared and then you realize why people have guns, and then you sell all your stuff cheap, which thank you in advance. Enthusiasts, most of you probably are like me or anybody else. You had way more than you needed for a short time or shortage. You learned from 94, you learned from 2000, you learned from 2016, you learned from whenever. And then pro shooters, I'm sorry for you guys, that sucks right now because you guys are actually making a living or, you know, doing that. That being said, you don't need all that ammo. This is mainly directed at the people who have bug out bags and kits and this and that, and they think that the world's gonna go to crap, or they're a prepper, which I don't wanna delve too far into that. We're gonna start breaking down my list, and I'm gonna talk a little bit, or a lot, like I usually do. But the main thing is I want you to start focusing on your mindset, okay? We're gonna start going down the list a little bit. Stuff and things, knives, multi-tools, flashlights, batteries, okay? If you don't have an idea why you need that stuff, you have to start watching some other people's videos. Chargers for your batteries, medical bags, medical kits. I've got an entire drawer in my box that is just spare medical stuff because I'm constantly building medical kits and medical bags. For every round of ammo you have, you should have a piece of medical. I know that sounds crazy, but or not round of ammo, let's say every time you buy a box of ammo, you should be thinking about what piece you can add to your medical kit. Whether it's more aspirin, whether it's Benadryl, because people have allergies. You might not have allergies, but somebody in your militia might, which we'll get to that, okay? Armor plates, spare parts, spare phone for 911. This sounds stupid to some people, okay? This sounds very stupid to some people. But if you have an old phone, you get jammed up and you can turn it on, it can make a 911 phone call. Might not seem important until you need to make a 911 phone call and your phone went down the river when you tried to cross or ford a river. If you're in an Oregon Trail, you've never forded a river. There's always stuff that you can have or be looking for. Spare phone, huge on my list. Radio for communications, that kind of delves into that. Water filtration. If you don't have a source of water filtration, Sawyer Minis, small, lightweight, perfect. They've got kits where you can set them up and directly tie into your Camelback if you got it on your vest. I run an S-Tac vest, which has the means where you can run your straw right around, get you a little sip of water, good to go. Fire starting materials, lighters, fire rods. I usually have a fire rod in every piece of my kit, literally. Spare clothing items, Shemagh, one of the 5. Okay, you heard one of the 10, one of the 5, Shemagh. We'll get to that. Ear protection, eye pro, map of the area, or cell phone. Okay. If you're really planning on a bug out bag, a bug out kit, I got to get out of Dodge or a go bag. Where are you going? Where are you going? Okay. That gets into our bigger stuff. Where are you going? What is your plan? Do you have a plan? Vehicle. Here's where I'm going to start delving into it. Okay. Everyone's buying ammo right now. And I'm probably going to title this video, Stop Buying Ammo, because that's what I really want to get people's minds across. How are you carrying your stuff? Are you carrying it in a plate carrier? Because my setup's like 32 pounds. Fully loaded with magazines, 32 pounds is a lot of weight. Do you have a battle belt? Because mine's like, I don't know, I haven't weighed it. It's got to be at least 5 pounds, 8 pounds, might even be 10 pounds. How are you carrying it? Every single setup I've got, I have that repeatability, which goes into one of my big 2 categories, gear. Number 1, comfort. If you've not put on your plate carrier of choice and shot for hours, worn it around your house, cooked dinner with it, what do they call it? What does he call it? Well, he doesn't call it that, but I think it's called LARPing. I think I remember Grand Thumb talking about LARPing. I think that's what it's called. Live action role playing, I think is what it's an acronym for. If you haven't put your shit on, so to speak, and just walked around the house for hours, you're making mistakes. Don't let the first time that you decide that you have to wear all this life-saving kit be when you have to wear it and you realize that the straps on this one suck or that it's not adjusted to your body or that your plate carrier sits here. Your plate carrier is literally in your chin. Don't do that. Don't be that guy, okay? I run the setup I run for a reason. This is an S-Tac setup. I've got medical, I've got tourniquet, I've got spare mags, I've got another spare mag, which I've got that spare mag in another piece of kit right now. But this is the spare plate carrier to my plate carrier that I keep in my vehicle at all times. So I literally have spares and backups for the important stuff. Notice I don't have like 500 magazines laying off it. That's another conversation. I've got spare batteries, I've got chem lights, I've got a way to attach my phone, I've got a way to attach a random piece of gear. It's a great clip system. I don't know the name of it. I'll have to put it in the link, but I can literally take it off and tighten it or shorten it. Flashlights, batteries, something as simple as a map that I could just literally, if I don't have pockets, anything I want, I could attach to that. Pretty cool. Benchmade Sock P, not my favorite choice, but very low profile. But I have the S-Tac. That's the Daeodon plate carrier. As good as they get, guys. S-Tac, can't brag enough. S-Tac, I'm in the process. I've got a belt that I'm setting up right now. Can't brag enough. S-Tac, okay? S-Tac belt with a HSGI with all S-Tac gear. Love the HSGI stuff too. HSGI makes a really good battle belt. I personally like S-Tac for most of my stuff because I like to have it all in the family, so to speak. But even HSGI stuff, HSGI, this is getting on there. This is a handcuff holder, okay? HSGI makes phenomenal stuff too. But my plate carriers, I run S-Tac. My placard systems, I like to run S-Tac. And I have spares and I'm constantly adapting for what I'm going with. But I like to kind of keep it all in the family for the most part. So if I have an issue, I call one person, I call one place. They don't play the, well, this is bad because that. And that's another story for another day. But I like to run an S-Tac setup. It's the Daeodon. Very adjustable, comfortable for me. You might buy one and hate it. You might hate it. You might message on this video and comment and look, dude, I hate you. I spent X amount of dollars and it sucks. But now you know. Now you know you're not putting it on, going out in the middle of nowhere and your shit is messed up, okay? Try it. Make sure you're putting kit on. You are going to buy a plate carrier. If you don't have one, you're going to buy one. You're going to think it's the greatest thing on the planet. Somebody's going to show you one piece of kit from something else. You're going to go, oh man, I wish I had that. Then you're going to change yours. And something from your kit is not going to work with that. Then you're going to change into that. And then you're going to, when you do that, then you're going to go to this company's website. Then you're going to see them make something else. It's a whole. You constantly need to be adjusting your gear. I've made 5 adjustments to this in the past month, okay? Not even. I put this on here. This wasn't on here, but I said, you know what? I want a different way to carry chemical lighting. I do, because if a flashlight fails, chem lights are super reliable, okay? I love them. For what I do for a living, chem lights are important to me, really important, okay? That being said, placard setup, S-Tac placard setup. You can take this setup. I don't have to show you guys. And you could literally remove this whole setup in just 2 clips and just Velcro that off. It's really secure. But if I go, man, I got to do a different setup today, you can have spare setups literally sitting around, ready to go. Very cool. Part of my kit, okay? Comfort, very important. We just talked about that. Part of your comfort in your kit is training. Do you know how to use the stuff in your kit? Do you know how to use this tourniquet? Have you used one before? Do you have a practice one? Have you tried it? Have you ever tried to pull your stuff out of here with one hand? Because if you haven't, you need to train. You need to figure it out. Have you ever done magazine reloads? It sounds stupid, but sometimes I see guys that'll have magazines in their plate carriers or magazines in their belts, and they'll grab them and they'll every single time put them in the gun the wrong way and have to change it around. Never once turn around and change their magazine orientation in their plate carrier and their guidance holster. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Abilities, weaknesses, set up your gear. Set up your gear. We're not buying ammo, we're buying gear. Why are we setting our gear up like that? Why are we changing stuff on our kit? I've got 25 pieces for a plate carrier that are now null, void, not usable to me. I end up throwing them to buddies. I end up handing them out. I make Bobo carriers that like I'll give to somebody to get them in the idea and the mindset of, hey, cool, this is cool. I do it. I'll throw it into deals with stuff. You're not going to get hurt if you have spare equipment. But if you're turning around and you're trying stuff, you get that comfort level, okay? And you train to your weaknesses and you're trained to your abilities, your kit can help you, okay? Having magazines here, having a placard system, it's cool, okay? One of my weaknesses might be that, man, I turn around. One of my weaknesses is, man, I don't have a place to store my phone. Well, I covered that. I took a Blade Tech Molly Lock and I made my own cell phone holder, okay? I covered it. You know how I did that? Because I wore my stuff, I did random activities in it, and I went, well, shoot, I'm constantly laying my phone down. Well, that sucks. Why am I laying my phone down? Well, I don't have anywhere in my kit to put it. Okay. There we go. Well, we just figured it out. That's what you're doing it for, okay? But we're not buying ammo. We're going to get to that. You go ahead and you talk about your improvability, okay? Or, how you can make things happen. What's the improvability of your setup or what you're doing, okay? The improvability is, this is all modular stuff, okay? You might have stuff where you can improve it or make it more modular. Your rifle may not have a means to put a light on it. Your rifle may not have the means to put your suppressor on it, okay? Change your platform. Improve everything that you have to make you succeed. That's it. That's all there is to it. Nobody goes to work an office job and they're like, oh, this office chair is comfortable. Let me put like 13 spikes right under my ass so when I sit on it, I'm uncomfortable. No, it's stupid. But people will wear stuff all the time and people will shoot guns all the time that they're not comfortable shooting or that don't feel right in their hand or that they don't like because somebody somewhere said, hey, you should get this. And that's it. And that's where it stops. Don't do that. Improve your stuff, okay? Going back to, we're going to take a dive back toward ammo now. We're talking about kit. We're talking about gear. Well, You could even look at my videos. I used to be about 20 pounds heavier, solid muscle. And I'm bragging on that to tell you this much. I couldn't carry 1,000 rounds for 50 feet. Couldn't do it. It's not possible. Stupid. I hate using that word. I hate saying something is stupid. That's stupid. You're not shooting every day. Okay? Why are you going to take one of these and fill it with ammo and then go, okay, cool. I need another one of these. And I'm going to fill it with ammo. This has got to be 45 because it's heavy as shit. Because here's what I'm thinking when I get into a gunfight. I'm going to grab this thing. And I'm going to open this up. And I'm going to pull these rounds out. I know this, you guys are laughing at me. I'm laughing at myself as I do this because it's really stupid. But I'm going to pull these rounds out and I'm going to say, hold on a second, dude. Where's the magazine? Hang on. Gets worse. So we're going to do that. Or better yet. Dude, I'm streamlined. You see where I'm going with this? These are stupid. These are dumb. You guys ever seen one of these? I don't know who makes them. Look them up. You can probably find them. It says Tactical Mag Can. Made in the USA. Might not be. Who knows? 15 magazines. Loaded. Ready to go. Green tip. Freedom. XM855. And XM193. Okay? Lake City brass. P-mags. Good stuff. Good to go. Why is that important? Well, what's 15 times 3? I'm not a math guy. Do the math. Okay, so I got like 360 rounds in here. Ready to go. Ready to go. Ready to go. What I don't have is a bunch of P-mags hoarded up, which I do, because that's another story. I don't have a bunch of P-mags like this, so that when something happens, I got to grab that ammo can. I got to pull out a 20-round box of ammo because I just keep buying ammo. And I don't even have enough magazines to store my ammo in, okay? Here's reality, guys, okay? This is going to hurt some people's feelings. You really don't need more than like 10 mags. You really don't. If I had to have 10 magazines for the gunfight that I'm into, everybody around me is probably going to die because I've got enough med kit for maybe me right here. And apparently I have 10 magazines on my belt and nothing else because you're not going to have room for it. Unless you're legitimately shooting all the time and you have the baddest North American Rescue med kit, you've got a spare to that's on a drop leg holster on your left leg. You got a spare Glock on your right leg. You got a spare AR-15 in the trunk of your car. Why are you buying ammo? Why are you buying so much? Dude, somebody's got to buy it all because you can't find it. Why are you buying ammo? Not why are other people. Why are you buying ammo? What else can you buy that you actually need? Crazy, right? Let's go into detail on that. I fear bought a rifle the other day. Actually didn't. This is a Rock River Operator. This was at one point in time, in my opinion, probably the best bang for the buck arrow on the planet. Wasn't a cheap one. Got a phenomenal 2-stage trigger. Phenomenal. Listen to this beauty. See that little take up? 2-stage. Double up. Right? Listen to that reset. Ooh. Phenomenal rifle. Why did I get this rifle? Well, very simple. I love my LWRCs. I think LWRC makes arguably the best rifle on the planet. I love their piston setup. As a matter of fact, I carry a LWRC piston rifle with me pretty much at all times. It's stupid. I should have something like this on my kit. I have more than one LWRC piston gun. And I just told you that I bought this the other day. but I'm telling you to stop buying ammo. So I just admitted to you that I have multiple ARs. So your brain should have went, hey, wait a second. This dude's over here telling me that I shouldn't buy ammo because you don't need all this ammo. Who's he running around 3 or 4 ARs in his hand? Phenomenal point. But I don't know about you. I would wager to say 99% of you watching this video, which means for the 3 of you watching that there's like 2, whatever. You have a DI gun, okay? And if you don't know what a DI gun is, that means it's in a direct impingement gas system. That means that you don't have a blowback piston on your AR-15. What that means to me is when we're talking about gear and the training and the repeatability and the batching, if you're looking, but most importantly, the militia and the loadout, like-minded that's on there. That means if your rifle goes down, I can use your rifle as spare parts until we find one. Or if somebody has spare parts for a DI gun, most commonly produced AR-15 on the planet, I can probably get parts for them. But I'm 99.9% sure I'm not going to be arm in arm with people that have LWRC piston guns. Okay. So what I need to be doing is buying spare parts for my LWRC. See where that goes? See how smart that is? In the meantime, this popped up as an opportunity to present itself. I've always wanted an operator. I thought they were a phenomenal rifle, and it's kind of antiquated. Some of their systems are older, but this was back in the day. This was a phenomenal rifle. But because of that mindset, I decided that I was going to have a DI gun that I can take out. Now, this is the backup to my primary Diamondback DB15. My DB15 is an 18-inch barrel, or 18 or 16, I think it's 16-inch barrel actually. It's also got a Nikon P223 on it. Why do you have a Nikon P223 on it? Because for as much cool guy operator door kicking as I'm gonna do, if I have to get out of Dodge, I'm probably doing engagements at 100 to 200, maybe 300 yards. Animals, wildlife, people that want to kill me. Unless SEAL Team 6 is kicking in your door, that EOTech is awesome for like a vehicle gun, but if you're going to go out into the wilderness, or you're going out into the wild, or you're going on an excursion, have something that you can reach out a little bit. I don't want to have to wait until somebody gets close to give myself the best opportunity to do work. I'd rather do work at 200-300 yards. I'd rather, do war by attrition. I'd rather kind of scare them off or be able to engage them at 200-300 yards than have to wait to conserve my ammo because my red dot at 300 yards, I kind of can't see what I'm engaging. Phenomenal little cheap optic, Nikon P223. Just again, mindset, guys. Same mindset with this, okay? This is the backup to my backup. This is the same company, okay? Multi-mag can, but I've got 10 Glock mags, 9mm, 17 rounders, and I've got 10 P mags, all loaded up. Why did I need the 17 round Glock mags? Great question, guys. I don't have a single, no, I actually have one. I've got like 3 Glock 19s and 1 Glock 17. I have like 2 Glock 19 mags, the 15 rounders. The reason that I only have that one, or those 2, is because these will fit in every single Glock I have. Will they stick out the bottom a little bit? Sure. Will I lose cool guy points because I don't have some fancy like magazine coupler thread guy that makes it look all one piece? Yeah, I might lose cool guy points. But if I ever have to go to work, I'm not gonna do the thing where I go to put a magazine in my gun and it doesn't work right because it doesn't go in all the way or vice versa, and it doesn't feed the gun. So I'd rather have a bunch of magazines that'll work in all my guns than like a couple cool guy looking mags. Are we kind of getting to the point? How much ammo have you bought in the last 2, 3, 4, 6, 8 months? How many mags have you bought? Are your mags loaded? Are you ready today? Can you walk out of your garage, walk out of your business, walk out of your home, walk out of your vehicle, and snatch a vest off a hanger and grab a can of ammo? Because you're gonna get from place to place and wanna drop this thing as quickly as possible. But is your can ready to go? If somebody came with an AR and they're like, dude, I got my rifle, I don't have shit else. Can you literally pop a can open and just start pulling magazines out and hand them to them or throw a mag at somebody if somebody was visiting violence onto them. With this can, okay, I can do 10 mag changes on my primary weapon system. I can then do 10 mag changes on my secondary weapon system. So if I'm wearing my vest, I got one in the gun fed. I've got 13 mags ready to go, okay? 13 mags full of 29 rounds, because there's a story behind that. And most of you probably that know in the know, you're like, what's up? Good job, you called it. Most of them have 29 rounds in them. Some of them have 30, I'm sure. Okay, that's called a relaxed magazine spring. That's a story for another day. Can you do that? Or do you have a bunch of shit in a can that you'd have to sit there for 25 minutes and your thumb would get sore? Oh, well, I've got a mag loader, bro. Don't make me call somebody stupid. Now, vehicle. We're going to get in the vehicle real quick, okay? And we're going to kind of finish this off, but the whole point is to get you guys thinking. Get you guys to where your mind's going the right way, okay? Vehicle, spare equipment. I'm okay if you got, 80 mags or 80 cans in your vehicle, okay? That's awesome. But it better be a jacked up lifted 4x4 diesel with a gasoline conversion motor in the back somehow, because here's reality. You can put all that stuff in your vehicle, absolutely. If you think for a second that it gets bad enough that you're going to ditch your home, I mean ditch your home, and take what you need, you probably need a generator more than you need ammo. Or you probably need a massive tank to store your diesel fuel in more than you need that ammo. You probably need a bunch of food supplies more than you need that ammo. Do you see where I'm going? You probably need a bedding, blankets, clothes. You probably need water filtration. You probably need soap, medicine, advanced medicine, medical gear. You probably need basic stuff a lot more than you need that ammo. It's not a game. We're not kicking doors. We're not snapping necks and cashing checks. You're going somewhere to survive. You're not going somewhere to engage 100 angry militia who are going to try and steal the Rolex that's on your left wrist because you didn't have the foresight to not let everybody know you had all this ammo and all this equipment in your vehicle, okay? You're probably not engaging those people. So I bring you that to tell you this. Spare equipment, rifles, rifle parts, rifle components. Barrels on rifles usually don't fail. Receivers on rifles usually don't fail. Usually 9 out of 10 problems on a rifle are gas system related or a spring. Have spare parts kits. Know how to train yourself, or know how to train or find somebody that will train you on fixing those. Have the tools so that you can fix that. Go to an armorer's course. Spare parts, talk about more people, okay? If you have a good vehicle and a good vehicle system, more people. You can get more like-minded people. Your kit might lack somewhere where his kit excels somewhere, and vice versa, okay? You guys can mirror off each other. You can shadow off each other. You guys can use each other, okay? You guys got different rungs on the ladder. He might be here on this scale of things. You might be here, but vice versa. It might offset each other. You guys might meet on common ground, which is awesome, okay? Teamwork. Talk about the commonality and the batching. Perfect example. We talked about this. Every dude I know runs an AR-15. Every dude I know that is like-minded like me, even if we go in separate directions one way or another, I know for a fact they got an AR-15, and I know for a fact they got one that runs, and I know for a fact they're DI guns. Why do I do this? Because I have these kinds of conversations with people all the time. My best friend has a Rock River operator, just like that one. So if I hand him a magazine, it's going to work flawlessly. I also know that he's got Glocks. Some of them are in 40 cal, some of them are in 9mm, but I know he's always got a 9mm Glock around too. And if he doesn't, I've got two, which means he's got one and I've got one. And now we're sharing magazines, but we're both able to engage with the same magazines. It's not going to be, he throws a mag in the gun, it doesn't really go in the gun. It's like, oh, poop, I don't have the right stuff, okay? Commonality, repeatability, that kind of thing. Like-minded people, like mindset, being able to do different things. But we have the same gear because we didn't buy 1,000 rounds of ammo every week from a website and have no magazines to put it in and had no plate carrier to put it in and didn't have the same rifles and didn't have filtering kits, didn't have the ability to get out of Dodge or to carry it like a vehicle to carry it in, which brings me to my next point. Yeah, you got a vehicle, okay? You know what my vehicle is? I have a vehicle that runs off diesel. It's great. It's awesome. That's if I got to pack my stuff and go, it runs off diesel. But you know what's cool about it? Inside that vehicle, I have a vehicle that runs off gas. Game changer. What if you can't find diesel fuel? I went with diesel as my primary because there's always farm equipment. You know what farm equipment 9 times out of 10 runs off of? It runs off of diesel. Okay. There's also conversions where you can run corn, and all this off your diesel and stuff, and this and everything. Won't go too far into that. But let's say I can't find diesel fuel. You know what I can do? I can get out of my gas vehicle and scavenge and find diesel fuel. You know what else I could do? If my vehicle is too big to go certain places, I can ditch it and get on my vehicle that's gas. Game changer, right? But you know what I didn't do with that money? I didn't buy like 1,000 rounds of ammo that I can't use, or I could use one day, but it's just kind of worthless. You know what I mean? Different platforms. I don't ever shoot 22, okay? But the opportunity might present itself where I need 22. So you know what I did? Instead of having another big, bulky, huge-ass rifle, I bought a CMMG 22 conversion, and I've run it in my Diamondback DB15, and it runs like a Swiss watch. It runs better than the Ruger 1022 that I used to have. So that being said, now I can take that 1022 conversion, or that Ruger, not a Ruger, I could take that conversion that I had, pop it into my rifle, and if somebody else has a lot of 22 ammo, okay, I can engage with that instead of using 5.56 ammo. So now I've got a little bolt and a spare magazine or two that I can run it with. Pretty cool. Adaptability, okay? Like-mindedness. We're going to dive quickly now into the 5 things that I recommend that you always have on your person. Not in your kit, not in your vest, not in your pocket, always in your person, whether you have a setup in your vehicle, a setup on your person, a setup at work, a little bag that you keep at your job, a little bag that you keep at your office. 5 items that I think you should all have. Number 1, first and foremost, a shemagh. Why? It gets hot, you can cover your head. It gets cold, you can cover your head. You can filter water through it. You can use a fire and make charcoal, and now you have a charcoal filtering system, okay? You can get some of the mud and dirt and debris and just put it in a running water stream. You can get it in there a lot cleaner. You can carry stuff in it. You can do the hobo thing where you put it on a stick. Possibilities are endless. You can use a shemagh for anything. You can use it as a bandage. You can use it as a tourniquet if you're really strong. You can get a stick or whatever. There's so many things. Get a shemagh, number 1. Number 2, fire steel. Boiling water, big bubbles, no troubles. Get a fire steel. You always have water. You always have heat. You always have a source of fuel to cook your food with, okay? You're not sure if you can eat that food. You're not sure if you might get certain poisonings or this or that or the other thing. You don't want the runs in the jungle, dude. Get yourself a fire going and cook your food. Always going to work for you. Number 4, a multi-tool. Not a knife, a multi-tool. Okay? Everything from medical applications, everything from building shelter applications, everything from taking down a shelter, everything from fixing rifles, fixing parts, cutting, prepping food, you name it. A multi-tool is huge. A good one, not a cheap, crappy one. And last but not least, cash, money, or items of value. Quick story. Always thought Rolex was the top of the line watch. It was only until I got a Rolex and I started talking to people that I found out that Rolexes keep horrible time and they're not the best watch. But the one thing about a Rolex, international language. International language. If I went to Thailand right now and I met a guy who didn't speak any English and he operated a taxi cab, and I got in that taxi cab and I pointed in a direction and he just looked at me and he was saying something and I said, Rolex. And I took the Rolex off and handed it to him and pointed in a direction. I just gave that dude money, okay? Items of value, okay? Currency. Nowadays, card machines can fail. I always keep cash on me. Always. People give me crap for it. If somebody wants to steal cash from me and I let them take cash from me, whatever, I can get it back. But if I need to barter or trade or sell, items of value are huge. Kind of up here on the list, but there are people that aren't going to want to trade you for Rolex because they're going to think it's fake. They might want cash. Now, we're talking about a pretty crazy system where our dollar falls and people are burning money instead of holding on to it. We're not talking that kind of situation. We're talking right now, everyday life, have some cash on you. You might walk into a store. Hey, man, our credit card machines are down, but the ammo is $10 a box. Oh, man, I don't have any money. It's cheap for a box of AR nowadays. Cash money. Some people won't sell something until they get cash right in front of their face. You always do your business at the cash register. You don't turn around out back and go, yeah, man, I'm going to go down the road. I'm going to get my cash. I'm going to do this and do that. And you're giving them time to think. Get cash. Hold it in somebody's face. Here, I'm going to give you this. I want to do this. Or here, I want that. Here's this money. It's different. Have cash on you. Bringing it back around, guys. I know we kind of talked about a lot in this video. The whole point of this video is I want your mindset to change because I'm tired of seeing people lined up in tents outside of academies, okay, or at least hearing about it. I went to an academy because they were having a sale, and I ended up buying another one of these optics. But there was literally not, that's a P223, by the way. They have one on sale. People are like camping out with tents. People are doing all kinds of crazy stuff right now. It's a weird time, yes. It's going to go away. It's going to go away. A lot of people are going to be selling stuff a lot cheaper than they bought it for because they don't know anything about it. And people like me are going to go, yeah, no, I'm not paying that for that. If you want to sell it, here's what I'll give you. And if they don't want to take it, that's fine. But they will eventually be selling stuff cheap, which is awesome. But if you're drinking the Kool-Aid and you're buying way too much ammo, can you carry it? I'll challenge you to do this. If you're one of those guys, I want you to take your giant can that has maybe 1,000 rounds of 45 in it. And I want you to hold it for 5 minutes. Walk around your house for 5 minutes with it. Your flat land in air conditioning for 5 minutes. That's all I want you to do. And when your shoulder starts going, I don't like this, and you start changing hands, okay? And you start realizing how much of an inconvenience it is. I want you to think about all the ammo you bought and smack yourself in the head with a tack hammer. Then I want you to not actually do that. Let me rephrase that. Then I want you to think again the next time you want to buy ammo and look for a piece of kit you don't have. I want you to find that piece of kit. I'm already getting uncomfortable. I want you to find that piece of kit that you don't have. Maybe it's something I mentioned in this video. Maybe it's something that somebody else mentioned. But if you don't know, go to some of these preppers YouTube pages. There's a lot of dumb ones like Such. That guy's an idiot. He's got 1 million subscribers too, but he's an idiot. Don't deal with that guy. Find some of these guys that know their stuff, okay? Go to their website, go to their YouTube, and listen to them, okay? Go to anybody's website. Go to a prepper's. Go to a training class. Go to a training class. Okay? Find somebody that can teach you a skill that you don't have. But don't overpay for ammo that you don't need, that you can't carry. I'm done with this. That you can't carry, and you don't even have anywhere to put it. I hope this video helps some of you. I hope it changed your mindset a little bit. If it didn't and you think I'm wrong, hey, everybody's got opinions. But the reality is, I would pay good money. I'll give $100 cash. Shit, I'll give $1,000 cash to watch 20 dudes that are like computer IT guys or like a nurse at a hospital running with 5,000 rounds of ammo in each arm up a hill when it's muddy or raining with 4 rifles strapped to their back. I would love to watch it. It would be like watching a Spartan race when they all did crystal meth before they did it. It would be hilarious. It doesn't make any sense. Unless you're shooting every day, just stop doing it. I hope this helps you guys. I appreciate you guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Subscribing actually does help me. I know a lot of people, I never subscribe beg, but every time I watch anybody's videos nowadays, they're pretty much begging me to subscribe. It does legitimately help me. I'm going to start putting a lot more stuff out. This is the first of many. I've got a giveaway coming up with Vaultec and Diamondback and PowerTech. That's another thing. Get yourself a good flashlight. Get yourself a PowerTech. Use coupon code 4PROUSA, the number 4, PROUSA. Go to their website, get yourself a quality flashlight. It's another piece of kit that's actually not on my top 5 because pretty much everybody nowadays has one. But if you don't have a really, really good quality one that's rechargeable, that's the big thing with those. They're rechargeable, and they're rechargeable off USB, and it's a magnetic connection. I did a video on them. Check out my video on the PowerTech Warrior, but go to their website, PowerTech USA, or PowerTech.com, and use the coupon code 4PROUSA. get yourself 35% off a PowerTech Warrior. Phenomenal flashlight. Guys, thank you so much. Like, comment, subscribe. If there's any part of my kit that you think I might like, that you have, please comment, because I can't be everywhere at once and see everything all at once. I only recently found out about some of the pieces of kit that I've gotten, and they're really exciting, okay? So any questions, comments, I appreciate it, guys. Good luck.